I'm here.
Well, we are back from our break, and we have none other than our chocolate city correspondent, Miss Nicole Williams. You got a little hot on the last segment.
Okay. Wait, first disclaimer in Yatu. I'm sorry I mispronounced his name. I am not mad at him, okay? Because you know, Xavier, I do this all day long, just like you. So I don't get upset at differing opinions. I welcome it. I'm quite okay with it. You just not gonna shit on my black sisters and say we worked so we could buy diamonds and pearls and perfume. That's just not true. But yes, everything else, I'd say this: live your life. Whatever you want, you can have. If a person doesn't want to give that to you, then maybe they're just not for you, right? Like if you're a woman who wants a man to take care of her, then those are the type of men you need to be dating. If you are a guy who doesn't want to take care of a woman financially, who wants her to contribute equally, there's plenty of that out there. So you need to be dating that. I
Right.
personally just feel like these conversations are null and void because everyone likes different things and there's so many different people that can accommodate what we like no matter how weird it is. And
Yep.
so I think in dating, people should just focus on the people that think like them. That way you don't have to break down so many barriers.
And like what I always said, you have to find someone who wants what you want and wants it with you.
Exactly, because they could want it, right? But they might not want it with us.
Right.
And
Right.
this is men and women. So it's like, figure that piece out and you could probably get somewhere.
If you could get all of that lined up, then you'll be good to go. But at least you're gonna get a cup of coffee out of
Exactly.
it.
Oh, well, yes. Thank you, brother. Thank you. Right. He said we wanted to work for perfume. I'm like, wait, what? So that's not true. And you know what? They don't talk about back in those days because I have a lot of elderly family members, most of which have passed on, but I enjoyed my conversations with them about, you know, what they were doing in the 1930s and the 40s and the 20s. And like I said, a lot of times I feel like we all have a gift. I don't, you know, everyone has different gifts. And so, what if a woman's gift is to be Ruth, you know, the Supreme Court justice? What if her gift is to be a world renowned surgeon? Like, I don't think women have to stay in one particular box if they don't want to. And if her desire is to be a homemaker, that's fine too. Why can't she do that? I just think when we have these conversations, we just don't talk to the differences in humanity that have always been there, but due to oppressive laws and protocol, people maybe weren't able to do those things in the 1800s, but maybe women have always wanted to do something more than have kids. Maybe we
And you
just
know,
never got to have that conversation with them.
you and Inyatu definitely are more on the same
I
than
think
not.
so.
Yeah, you
I can
guys
see
just
that.
kind of were missing each other because you both are very passionate about it.
Right,
And sometimes you can
right,
kind of miss it. Even when it's written on Facebook, sometimes I see people, they go
right.
back and forth, and I'm like, did you know you guys are actually saying the same thing?
Exactly, exactly, exactly. I did feel that at the end of our debate with me and him, really were kind of agreeing at the end. Right. I pretty much agreed with what he was saying and he agreed with me. So yes, it sometimes just get lost in the passion.
So now I want to get into what happened to you.
Oh my gosh, what a nightmare. Okay, how do I begin? Let me begin. So, as you know, I will always tell that truth, even if it does not paint me in the most favorable light. So, in this particular scenario, last Friday, I think I talked about it. It was an event. Well, I told you on Thursday, last Thursday, I work at a restaurant downtown Silver Spring, Mixed Bar and Grill, and we had a live performance. We had Secret Society, one of our popular bands here. It was a great night. Like the band was great, the music, the vibes, everything. We were all vibing on 100. So towards the end of the night, one of my friends, who's a prominent promoter in the DC area, who I have not seen in a very long time, he happened to walk into my restaurant and said, "Oh, hey, Nicole, what are you doing? Why don't you come next door with me to smoke hookah on the roof?" Because the restaurant next door, Society Restaurant and Lounge, they have hookah. We don't. So I said, sure. Normally, when I get off of work late, it's late, I'm tired, I just go straight home. I'm not, because the restaurant, where the restaurant is located, it's an entire block of restaurants, of all Black-owned restaurants and lounges. And so, they're out partying until 3 a.m. But I typically go home. But because I hadn't seen him in so long, and he invited me to go with him next door, I said, sure, no problem. Now, the restaurant that he invited me to, I have a very close relationship with their manager. He's in my restaurant every week, laughing and joking with me and the owner. One of their other managers, she comes into my restaurant often because oftentimes we'll exchange supplies. Like if we run out of straws, we'll go over there and get it. If they run out of plastic cups, they'll come to us and get it. So it's very much a neighborly relationship. So with that being said, a lot of the security guys there, they kind of recognize me. Some I've worked with because they provided security for my restaurant, and others, they recognize my face from coming back and forth to take care of business stuff. So this particular night, I get off. I tell my friend, yeah, I'm gonna meet you on the roof. Now, again, typically, and I guess this is me being privileged, I'll say, hey, to the security, if they don't know me, because half the guys know me. But if they don't know me, I'll say, hey, I work next door at Mix. And they'll just wave me in. I think there's a cover charge. Again, I've never paid because of my relationship with them. So last Friday, I go over there. I don't recognize the security at the door. No problem. I tell him what I tell everybody. Hey, it's Nicole. I work next door. He just says, okay. And to his credit, I understand that, right? Because he does not know me. I could be lying. So what? I work next door, right? That's probably what he was thinking. So after he just said, okay, I said, oh, well, just call Skinny. We call their manager Skinny because he's skinny. I said, just call Skinny. He knows me. He'll let me right in. No, you call him. So at this point, okay, it's clear he has an attitude. Mind you, though, the club is almost over. It's like maybe 45 minutes left. It's at the end of the night. There's no line out front. It's about to be over in 45 minutes. So he says, no, you call him. So I'm thinking, what? I've never had any problem or resistance.
Oh my.
You're walking into so when he turned his back. Hello.
Your connection is bad. Did you move?
Hello.
Okay, I can hear you. Go ahead.
Hello.
Okay, can you hear me?
Oh, it's bad. The connection is bad.
Yeah.
Shoot. Hello.
So good. Oh no. What happened? I feel like we've lost you. You want to try going out and coming back in, or?
Let me leave and come back.
But here, I hear you now. Try it now.
Oh, okay. You hear me?
Yeah.
Okay, I'm in the house, but let me stand still right here. Can you hear me?
Yes.
Okay, so I walk up to security. He doesn't care that I work next door, or that I'm friends with his manager. He does not care. Again, that's fine. I get it. So anyway, though, when he turned to help somebody behind me, I did walk in. Okay, fine. I probably shouldn't have done that. But again, this is a place that I work with frequently every week. So I walked in. No sooner I did not run in. I walked. There's stairs that you have to go up to get to the roof. So I put my foot on the first step, and all of a sudden I feel a man's hands around my neck, choking me and pulling me out of the venue by my neck. So just imagine, my back is to him. So he came up from behind me and immediately he just put his hands around my neck. He didn't say, hey, he didn't say, miss, stop. He didn't say Nothing. He just grabbed me by the neck and like proceeded to violently pull me by my neck, my body out of the restaurant. So of course I'm kicking, screaming, punching him. Let me go. Let me go. We get outside and he's still choking me. So now he's removed me from the venue, but he still has my neck in a choke and is choking me actively. And it took another security guard there who knows me because we've worked together at my restaurant to literally have to pull this big man off and say, hey, man, let her go. Let her go. She's good. Let her go. He had to physically pull him off with his hands.
Wow.
So, yeah, like the dude was enraged because I had punched him in the face and knocked his glasses off. So he was in a rage. So that's why he was trying to choke me out for real. Even when we got outside, he wouldn't let go. So I immediately called 911 to file a police report. They were not very helpful. And then the club winds up, I kept saying, can somebody get a manager? Can someone get a manager? Like I know two of the managers there because they come to my job every week. So I said, a manager never came. The police said that the woman manager was charging me with trespassing and I could not enter for a year. It was just a mess. So all of that to say, I'm meeting though with one of the owners of the establishment later on today, because my issue is not them having to remove me or asking me to leave. They have every right to ask anyone to leave. It doesn't matter who you know. However, why was I pulled violently by my neck like that? That's the piece I'm not understanding.
Right. It's not like
that's where they need to provide some clarity for me.
I would need some clarity too. And then to continue that once you're actually outside of the club.
Right. See, now that's very personal to me. And that's an attack. That's a violent attack at that point, especially because I was already outside at that point. So yeah, it's not okay. If that's their tactics to secure the venue, that's not okay. And I work with security literally every week at my restaurant. We don't have as many because our crowd is different and we're more upper class and more of an older crowd. So we don't need 20 security guys. But I told my security guard, he's like, Nicole, that's totally not protocol. He was like, first of all, he was like, you're a woman. So I would never put my hands around a woman's neck to choke her out, to remove her from a venue. That's not going to be my first response ever. So I need to figure out with the owner, why is this protocol being used in your establishment?
And so you actually know the owner and managers and stuff. None of them have reached out to you?
None of them have reached out. Now, the one skinny, I see him every week. Matter of fact, that same evening, hey, Nicole, every time he see me, give me a big hug. Like he always is so nice to me. Have not heard a word from that man yet. And again, he's probably like, well, this is my place of employment. I'm not getting involved, which is fine. But okay, don't ask me for nothing, right? Like when you need some straws or some napkins, the answer is no.
No straws for you.
Right, no straws and napkins over here because we don't treat our guests like that. And when he walks into my establishment or anyone from over there, we do not assault them. Even if they did walk in without permission, we are never going to attack them by their throat and try to choke them out.
Wow.
So that's just a total inappropriate response, period. Even if they didn't know me, even if I was a stranger off the street, that's not how you get someone out.
Right. I'm sure
you should have at least have a conversation. Can you at least you should at least be able to say you asked them to leave, because if you would have just asked me to leave, I could have walked away. I could have just walked out. You didn't even ask. You just grabbed me by my neck.
After you're outside, even though his choice of getting you out of the club was totally wrong, like, right, he could have done anything other than just try and choke you out.
Neck. It could have been lifting me on my waist or under my arms, but why the neck?
Right. That is, wow. That's
a chokehold. Cops aren't even allowed to use chokeholds anymore. And especially in today's climate with all that's happening in the world and people literally dying from asphyxiation, why would you think that's okay?
And how were you feeling while this was going on? Like when he actually had you outside in the chokehold?
Oh my gosh, I was actually so in shock. As it was happening, it was like a slow mo. Like, wait, is this really happening? I was embarrassed. I was hurt. I was very angry. Even another customer, another little lady, she walked up to me and was like, oh my gosh, he was pulling you so hard, ma'am, that he hurt her. He knocked her out the way.
Wow.
So yeah, there were witnesses. There were people that were coming from my restaurant or just on the block that like customers, regular customers that I know who were like, Nicole, what's going on? Like, it was embarrassing. And like, thankfully, one of my customers, Roy, shout out to Roy, he had my back to the fullest. Like, he called the police with me. He was like cussing the police that were working there out. He was like, how could y'all allow him to do this to her? Like, he was really standing up for me. But it was in the moment, though, I was just so enraged and so angry. Like, how dare you touch me like that? And why? Why is that necessary? That level of force?
Wow. Wow.
So, right. I don't know if he was having a bad day. You know, well, it doesn't matter. Whatever the case may be, no one gave him that right in that manner to remove me. I'm not saying he couldn't remove me, but not in that manner.
So has he been suspended or anything?
I think not, because the next day, one of my friends who was down there said they saw him still working outside. So that was, again, part of my conversation tonight with management. How come there has been no disciplinary actions against him? And they can run the tape back to see, you know, exactly what happened. And again, me working in this industry, I do know people can be rude, belligerent, nasty. We've had customers who are drunk, threatened to shoot the owner of my restaurant, like, you know, because they're angry over things. But our security has never done that. Never done that. So I know there's another way to deal with the public when they're being when they're not doing what you asked. Well, he never asked me to do anything. To this day, I don't even know, was there a cover charge? I mean, I don't know, because he never said but 2 words to me. He never said, oh, that's nice, you work next door, but it's still $20 or $30. You know, he never verbalized anything. So I still don't know what he needed from me for me to enter easily. I don't know, because he never said anything.
Wow.
And I've had people come up to me at my restaurant and say that they know the owner. You know, everybody knows the owner, right? And I'm like, oh, okay, I'm sorry. He did not put you on the list. However, we do have a cover charge tonight of $20. If you see him, I'll go get him. But if not, you still have to pay. So see, he never gave me any follow-up instruction.
Okay. Wow.
And that's my problem too. Okay, I told you I work next door. Fine, you don't have to honor that. But why didn't you follow that up with, ma'am, it's $20? Or, he was just nasty. He was just totally nasty.
Did you look at him? Is he somebody that you dissed earlier in life?
I don't remember this, brother. I'm sorry. I was looking cute tonight and I didn't try to holler at you. I don't know. I have never noticed this man. Like I said, they have so many guys over there, and they've all have been historically very nice to me. So yeah, I never noticed this guy before. And he's probably there. I just never noticed him before.
Wow. Okay.
Yeah, I'm like, my nails broke off. I'm like, why am I fighting a man in the streets? This is crazy.
That is crazy. That is crazy.
This is crazy.
Your post, I'm like, oh my God, we definitely need to talk about that.
Yes. So I was just in the moment though, I was enraged. I was so upset. I just couldn't believe he would do that to that degree.
Yeah, that was totally crazy. So I know that you're on a time limit. I want to get everything.
Yes.
I was reading your post earlier today about the dry season of Ready to Love.
Oh my gosh.
And it seems like some people actually know a few of the people on the show as well.
Yes. Some of the people know the guy Corey who got eliminated, rightfully so.
He finally got eliminated, huh?
Yeah, sorry for those who didn't see it. Yes, he did. He was just doing too much lying, and they caught him up, and he couldn't get out of it.
Yeah, he definitely needed to go. But why do you call this the dry season?
Because it's just, I'm looking at the cast, and I'm like, ew, like not in a bad way, but in a bad way. I'm like, this is all they could find in the DMV area? Like, something just seems so off to me. Like, I feel like the other cast, there was at least some eye candy. There was somebody with sense. Well, I take that back. I think I do see 2 guys that appear to be semi-normal this season. The guy Cornelius and There's another guy. I can't think of his name. He likes the girl, I think Shiloh is her name. He seems very decent. It just doesn't seem like they gave us much to work with here.
Yeah, and DC is known as Chocolate City, so I'm like, I was expecting to see some eye candy.
Yeah.
I don't like beer.
I always say it was reminiscent of DC, and again, maybe because I live here, but I don't know where the eye candy hangs at. If anybody knows, tell me. Because I really don't see much eye candy, I should say. But again, I'm not out every day anymore either.
Well, you work out and about. You're out and about.
Oh no, I work in an actual social restaurant that is like a lounge or club. We may have some nice eye candy in there every now and then. Is it an every week thing? No. But are the guys very nice and sweet? Yes. So yeah, we do have some men that are very decent that come in my establishment for sure. So that's why I was just like, but we do know for television, they do need to have people on there for shock value. Oh, well. So I guess that's how Corey got snuck through.
Oh yeah, absolutely. Absolutely.
You need someone.
And being someone who produces shows, you do have to have those people where people are like,
yeah.
Okay, so those people really do exist.
Yes, you need it. So I get why he was included. I totally did.
Because he was just so wrong. And then for me, I don't like beards, and it seems everybody has a freaking beard.
Everybody has you're right. All of those guys, every last one of them, I think, has a beard, don't they? Except the guy, except the clown.
Except the clown. Everybody else
He's the only one that doesn't have a beard.
That is so crazy.
But the beard is like a trend. I thought it had kind of died down, but that's trending everywhere now.
I am so hoping it will trend soon.
You never liked the beard, Xavier? You never liked the beard?
Not a beard fan, unless it's a really close beard. But these
you don't like the long
things that they have. I'm just like, why?
You're like, cut that off.
Please cut it off, please.
That's how I am about hair. I like guys that have close cut haircuts normally, or bald. Like I don't like guys who have like long hair so much.
Yeah, me either. Me either.
Yeah, like you like a clean shaven look, a clean shaven man, kind of like.
Yeah, I like the goatee, the little mustache and goatee. I like a little.
Yeah.
I just don't like that whole big. It
looks the big beard.
Braided. You need a salon treatment.
Not your cup of tea, right?
So now that we've gotten a little bit away from some stuff, tell us about what events are going on this week.
Oh my gosh, I know, right? I'm trying to like wrap my head around everything. Oh gosh, Sekou. Oh, well, let me not say his name, but anyway, he was a friend I was visiting. He had a huge birthday bash last night at Ozio's. That was really, really nice. Let's see. This Sunday there is a what's the name of it? There is an event, a day party in DC. I want to say it's on Connecticut Avenue, and it's a kickback. And the group is it's being put on by a promotions team that always has really good events, and it's called Kickback Kings. Kickback Kings. They do really nice events, and their event is going to be this Sunday, starting at 4:00 at the Mayflower Club on Connecticut Avenue, and it's free and it's on the rooftop. So that's something that's happening on Sunday. And then for Saturday, let's see, it was so much going on. I didn't even really look to see what was. I'm like, I'm staying my butt in the house. All these crazy people out here. And then wait, hold on. I do have something for Saturday though. Hold on. Yes. Shout out to DJ Jay Hassonic. If anyone lives in the DMV area and you see Jay Hassonic is the DJ, please make sure you get there. Like he is the best DJ of life.
Oh wow.
I mean, he's so good. It's like the way he mixes is, I don't know how to describe it, but it's so different, but in a good way. Like he plays like disco and he'll like mix it, and he plays house beats. It's very eclectic for this area, but in a good way.
Okay.
Okay. So we have DJ Jay Hassonic. He's going to be at a place on Saturday night called Metro Bar from 5 p.m. to 10 p.m. And tonight he's going to be DJing at a place called Saint X. I think it's Queenie's birthday. Happy birthday, Queenie. She's actually a popular kind of promoter in this area that I went to middle school with. So her and Jay Hassanic are doing a party tonight at Saint X, in DC, starting at 9 p.m. So that's kind of 3 events that are happening this weekend.
All righty. And so one more thing, you have to tell us what we need to watch to Netflix and chill with.
Oh my goodness. Yes. So the latest is, gosh, I just started. I don't know if you do have Tubi. It's a really good movie app. Put it on your phone. If you don't have it, I watch it on my phone. Okay. But I'm watching right now something called Broken Covenant. I think Niyaatu, is that how you say his name? I think he'll like this movie. It's about a woman, it's about a wife gone rogue because she's cheating. So I assume the husband is going to have to get rid of her. But it's by a Black director and filmmaker. I cannot think of his name, but it's called Broken Covenant, and that's on the streaming app called Tubi. Netflix wise, I still have to finish Colin Kaepernick. Did you start that one, X? Life in Black and White.
I was watching the second season of what is it called? Ladies First. Is that what it's called?
Yes, I've heard of that. I haven't seen it yet.
Yeah, I was watching that. It's got Jill Scott and just a lot of good people. It's pretty good. I've enjoyed it.
I need to get into it.
Yeah.
And BMF, do you watch BMF? I really got into it. It took me a while, but now I'm all the way in.
What is BMF?
It stands for Black Mafia Family. So it's a series on Stars. 50 Cent produces it, I guess in a similar fashion to what's the movie he was famous for, the show Power. Mm-hmm. Similar to that, but this is actually based on a true story. So they're the biggest Black crime organization, much like the Italian mafia. They named themselves BMF, and it was 2 brothers, Big Meech. He's in like all the rappers always rapping about Big Meech. Him and his brother Terry started this drug organization back in Detroit, I guess maybe in the 70s or the 80s. And yeah, they're the biggest Black crime family that the world has ever seen. So 50 has made a show about them, and the character that plays Big Meech in the series is actually the real Meech's son in real life. So he's doing a really great job of portraying his dad, and how he got started. And I love that they show that they came from a Christian, like 2-parent household. Their parents are totally not okay. Like, this is just the beginning. The show this season is showing how they kind of got into the drug thing. So I love, though, that it's showing their parents are not okay with it. Like, they put them out, everything, but this is what these boys wanted to do. So it's good. Yeah, check it out. It's on the Stars Network. It's called BMF, which stands for Black Mafia Family.
Right. All right.
Yeah, it's kind of interesting, right? It's like you feel mixed emotions. Like I'm like, are we applauding this crime organization? It's not so much of that, but I don't know. It's a weird love that Black people have for the Black Mafia family,
right?
Because they really were a criminal enterprise.
Yeah, and somehow we are definitely led toward those movies. Absolutely.
Right. Like, we're like excited about this criminal family, right?
Yes.
But they did, I mean, I don't know. They probably spread the wealth. I do think they did. And so at some point, I thought they originated in Atlanta, but from watching the series, I see they really did originate in Detroit. So yeah, I'm interested to see the trajectory of the show, and they're doing a really good job with the character arching and all of that stuff.
Okay.
Oh, and Insecure. Oh my gosh, Insecure is back. Do you watch that, X?
I don't.
Oh my gosh, you have to. Well, you would have to start that all the way from the beginning, but it's so much going on that too. Oh my gosh, so much drama.
Heard that it's a really good show, but I have not watched it yet.
You have to, X. It's a great show about relationships. And just, coming into young adulthood and trying to figure out your life purpose along with the relationship thing. It really does speak to a lot of people and the things that we have gone through at some point in our lives.
Okay.
And friendships, it's about friendships too, not just romantic relationships. It's about the trajectory of female friendships that we have with our best friends and how people change and grow and, how that impacts your friendship with another woman. It's a really good show. It really is. And this is the last season.
Oh, okay. And so how many seasons have there been?
They have aired, I think this was the second, I think this is the second episode or third episode and this is the very last season. Issa Rae, the writer, said this is it. So yeah, I think we're only 2 episodes in now, or maybe 3. I think maybe we're in 3. No. This one that just showed last Sunday was the second episode. So the upcoming show this Sunday will be the 3rd episode. And so much drama happened this past episode that we are definitely tuning in this Sunday. Lawrence, the main character's ex-boyfriend, just had a baby, and he's trying to navigate, that space, how do you raise a child with someone you're not even in a relationship with, that you don't even live in the same state. They really tackle a lot of real life issues. It's really good.
All right, I might have to, find that.
You have to binge it one weekend.
Yeah, I don't sit still that long, but I'll turn it on and eventually I'll get through them all. So, all right, lady. Well, thank you for catching us up on all of that stuff. And we shall see you or talk to you next Thursday.
Yes.
The show will be available on the website as of tomorrow morning. And I will
gosh. Okay. I'm looking forward to that.
Your show. So
yes.
Great little
I will.
Starting
tomorrow. Remind me, X. Now you know I'm gonna forget. Remind me tomorrow.
I will.
Share.
I'm gonna send you the link.
Okay.
Yep. All right.
Okay.
Talk to
Good.
you Thursday.
Okay. Thank you. All right. Bye-bye.
And so as we move on to what's going on or what's hot in Chicago this weekend. So there's not a whole lot going on, actually. There's always great food and there's always great fun somewhere, but not a whole lot of different places. But on Saturday morning at 10 a.m., there is a conceal and carry class going on for those of you who still need to get that done. It's at 6938 West Higgins, and that is $80. And also at 10 a.m., there is Sips and Tips, which is a coffee tasting, and that is at 2940 North Ashland Avenue. There's a few open houses for those of you looking for a new spot. At 12 o'clock, 9953 California Avenue, there's an open house. Also at 12 o'clock, 6039 South Vernon Avenue is an open house. And at 3 p.m., 4656 North Spalding Avenue. And then at 8 p.m. on Saturday night is the Players Ball for the grown and sexy. And that is at 8248 South Cottage Grove Avenue. Then on Sunday, of course, at 9 a.m. is the 360 Sky Yoga. Can check that out. Just Google Sky Yoga. They have a lot of different classes that go on Sundays. 11 a.m. is the Wicker Park Food Tour at 1601 North Milwaukee Avenue. I'm assuming that's where they started at. At 12 p.m. is Sunday brunch at Nipsey's Restaurant and Lounge in Chicago. And there's also some open houses on Sunday. At 11 a.m., 4656 North Spalding Avenue will be open again. And 628 West Schubert Avenue. And then at 12 p.m., 7940 South Crandon, that is open house. At 1:30, for all you first-time home buyers, there's a workshop at 5141 South Damon. And then again at 6 p.m. on Sunday evening, it's the Conceal and Carry class, again, at 6938 West Higgins, and that is, of course, $80. And so this is your Thursday afternoon show, and we are about to wrap this up. I am still looking for a correspondent for Chicago. So if you know anyone in Chicago that always seems to know what events are going on, because I'm really not that girl, I'd like to talk to them. If you are a promoter in Chicago and would like to Zoom in on Thursdays, please visit my Facebook page, Xavier Fox, to get the Zoom info. And my monthly podcast has been rescheduled for December 5th from 3 to 4 p.m. We will have the same show. We will discuss the evolution of relationships and we will have the men's viewpoint and the women's viewpoint on how dating and relationships have changed. It will air live on my Facebook page and on my YouTube channel, Xavier Fox Media. Be sure and visit my YouTube channel, Xavier Fox Media, and click subscribe so you don't miss any of the upcoming podcasts, and you can watch all the shows that you've not seen yet. If you'd like to connect with me on social media, you can find me on Facebook, Instagram, Twitter, and LinkedIn as Xavier Fox. That's X-A-V as in Victor, I-A-F-O-X, Xavier Fox. My book, The Men in My Life and What I've Learned, is available on Amazon in Kindle format and paperback. You can also get the autographed copy on my website, xavierfox.com. Be sure and visit my website for information on all the upcoming shows and events, as well as merchandise such as t-shirts and coffee mugs. I got all that stuff going on. So for now, I am signing out till tomorrow from 12 to 2, and I will kick it off with my special guest, Jeff Davis, who is also the owner of this radio network. And then Ron Wilson is back from vacation, and we should be able to hear him clearly this time. And he'll give us updates on what to invest in crypto. So you don't want to miss it. Make sure you go to the App Store and download the app, Astute Gentleman Cigar Radio. So until tomorrow, stay safe and be prosperous. And I'm out.